Well, World Team Sports, what they do is they put together individuals that are physically or emotionally challenged with individuals that are not to form a perfect team, and they get involved in dramatic, athletic endeavors, whether it's climbing Kilimanjaro, whether it's kayaking from Seattle to Vancouver, and it's a very special environment because you have the group coming together as a team and both learn from that experience. I had this idea that take 5 Americans who have served their country and 5 Canadians who have served their country. Now the Canadians serve in Afghanistan, and of course the Americans both in Iraq and Afghanistan, and created an adventure. And the adventure we created was let's kayak from Seattle to Vancouver as a team. And it was quite an experience watching the interaction of the Canadian men and women and the Americans. And but the thing I remember was we had a couple of soldiers that were paralyzed, and we had to practice falling off the kayaks and getting back on. And watching those who were not physically challenged attempting to do this was pretty funny, because those that were paralyzed actually have a lot of upper body strength, and for them it was easy to get back up on that kayak. I can remember rolling over and over trying to get on top of that kayak after I fell off and watching everybody laugh. So you learn that a person may have a physical challenge, but there's stuff that they can do. I was actually speaking at my conference, and I was talking about the importance of social responsibility. And there was an individual in the audience that was invited by the former head of the BD that I worked with, and that individual was Jim Benson. After I was done speaking about social responsibility, he approached me and asked if I would like to climb the tallest freestanding mountain in the world. And I said to him, well, why would I want to climb Kilimanjaro? And he says, well, I'll tell you why. And he told me the story of 20 years earlier of a group that he had taken to Kilimanjaro, and how 7 did not make it to the top, and he promised he would take them back. And he thought that that would be an interesting opportunity for me to go and learn about World Team Sports and be able to contribute and be part of the team. I remember riding in the desert. It must have been 120 degrees going through Utah, and I'm thinking, no wonder why the dinosaurs went extinct. I mean, it is hot. But, and you know what's funny? You're riding, and right behind you is the SAG vehicle. And like you're thinking, I could just get in that vehicle any minute. But the guy you're riding with, he's not getting in the vehicle. Well, how can I get in the vehicle if he's not getting in the vehicle? I'm thinking, why does he want to get in that vehicle? But he doesn't. He wants to keep going. And so you keep going. And that's what the team is all about. When the employees understand that we think it's important to support individuals that have physical or emotional disabilities or challenges, they feel that that's the kind of company they want to be involved with. And we do think it's important, and we put a good amount of our capital and resources into supporting organizations that support individuals with physical challenges. Could you imagine the opportunity to ride with someone who served their country, been in harm's way? That's a great opportunity. These are very special people, and you will have the opportunity to ride with them 2 days, perhaps hear their stories, but more importantly, see the courage that they exhibited in the face of danger, and understand it a little bit differently from the perspective of being close up.